Hi everyone, my name is Thad Corey. I'm so glad you could join me today. I am the author of a Star-Spangled story based on the words of our national anthem. You know the national anthem, it's the Star-Spangled Banner, the song that we sing before football games, baseball games, patriotic events. Remembering as a kid, I never really understood the words to the song, but I sang it with pride and not really knowing what we were looking for by the dawn's early light or what rampart streaming meant. As I got older, I had my own children and realized that the song had a lot more meaning. And I wanted to help parents and children learn about the events that inspired the poem that would eventually become our national anthem. So we're going to have some fun today. We're going to read the book. And after the book, we have some fun arts and crafts flag ideas that you can create on your own. We also have a special edition t-shirt that was created just for the book festival. And parents, teachers, school librarians, stay tuned. We have special discounts and programs especially for you. So let's get started. The book is called A Star-Spangled Story, a story behind the words of our national anthem. Thaddeus A. Corey, illustrated by Barbara DeJoick. I hope you enjoy reading the story. Thank you. A Star-Spangled Story, a story behind the words, the national anthem of the United States of America. It was the battle for Fort McHenry on September 13, 1814, which was the inspiration for the poet-laureate Francis Scott Key to write the poem that would become the national anthem. The inspiration. The morning of September 14, 1814, the New Americans raised the large 30 by 42-foot garrison flag, signaling victory over the British troops. The battle for Fort McHenry was the inspiration for the poem by Francis Scott Key, which would one day become the national anthem. Francis Scott Key was aboard a British ship during the battle. He feared the fort had fallen. It wasn't until the next morning that he saw the huge flag flying over the fort. There was no mistake. The fort was still standing and the flag was still flying. His experience inspired him to write the poem Defense of Fort McHenry, which would become the Star-Spangled Banner. In 1931, the song officially became the national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light? Imagine what it would have been like on this night in 1814. Brave Americans fighting to preserve the new nation declared on July 4, 1776. The new flag was huge and could be seen for miles as ships entered Baltimore Harbor. The British had been preparing for battle and the new Americans were ready to fight. It was cold and dark. No street lights, no flashlights, the only light from the flashes of the bombs exploding. This night was filled with uncertainty, and only the light of the new morning would tell the outcome. Most did not know whether they had won the battle to protect Fort McHenry on that night. It was the light of the new day that proved the battle had been won. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming. The flag was the symbol of allegiance to the newly formed United States. The flag had 15 stars and 15 stripes. Mary Pickersgill worked tirelessly to finish the flag that would fly over Fort McHenry. She knew the flag had to be finished so it would fly above the fort before the British troops arrived. Anyone fighting that night would have wanted to know about the flag. It was the symbol of the country so many would give their lives to protect. The flag, which they promised their allegiance to many times before that fateful night on September 13, 1814, was flying proudly over Fort McHenry. Every American was mindful of what the new republic was fighting for and kept a picture of the flag in their mind. Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight? Big red and white stripes, bright stars. The flag was huge, measuring 30 by 42 feet, and each of the stripes were 2 feet wide. The only place Mary Pickersgill could lay it out to work on it was the floor of a local brewery. It was the flag of the new nation. Cannons blasting, bombs bursting, and guns firing. It was a terrible fight. The flag was the bond for the American soldiers, and the British knew that. All night the British Navy tried to shoot down the flag. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air. The British were using a new type of bombshell, which exploded in the air, lighting up the night sky. These new bombshells were fired from British ships. Red streaks of light rocketed across the night sky. Throughout the night, the bursting bombs provided the only light to catch a glimpse of the battle. Francis Scott Key was on a ship in Baltimore Harbor during the battle. All he and others could do was to watch and wait. Gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. The red flashes of the bombs bursting lit up the night sky, showing the flag was still flying over Fort McHenry. This was an encouraging sight and gave hope to those fighting for freedom. All were fighting for the new nation. Oh, say, does that Star-Spangled Banner yet wave? The next morning, as the sun began to rise and the smoke of the battle slowly cleared, people who had fought so bravely throughout the night asked one another, "Can you see it? Is it still there?" They all wanted to know if the flag they fought for so valiantly was still flying over Fort McHenry. Then they saw it. The huge flag appeared through the clearing smoke. It was not only still flying over Fort McHenry, it was waving proudly in the wind. Or the land of the free and the home of the brave. Our flag is the symbol of the United States of America, our freedom and our liberty. So many brave Americans believed that freedom was so important that they gave their lives to give us the country we live in today. Land of the free, home of the brave. On page 19, you'll see the words to the Star-Spangled Banner. This is the complete version of the Star-Spangled Banner, showing spelling and punctuation from Francis Scott Key's manuscript that is now in the Maryland Historical Society's collection. How big was the flag that was flying over Fort McHenry in 1814? The Great Garrison Flag. It was the War of 1812, and the citizens of Baltimore, confident the British would attack, prepared for battle. Fort McHenry was made ready to defend Baltimore. No suitable flag was made to fly over the fort. Major George Armistead, the commanding officer, wanted to have a flag so large that the British would have no difficulty in seeing it from a distance. He got his wish when General John S. Strichter ordered 2 flags, especially made for the garrison at Fort McHenry, from Mary Pickersgill, a well-known flag maker. She worked tirelessly to finish both flags, one of which was to be the largest garrison flag ever flown. It measured 30 feet high by 42 feet long. The smaller flag, called the Storm Flag, measured 17 feet by 25 feet. The Great Garrison Flag, the larger of the 2 flags, had stripes 2 feet wide and stars 2 feet across from point to point. At that time, the country was still young, and for each new state that joined the Union, 1 star and 1 stripe were added to the flag. In 1814, the United States flag had 15 stars and 15 stripes. It was the huge garrison flag that Francis Scott Key saw the morning of September 14, 1814, that inspired him to write the words to the Star-Spangled Banner. Today, this flag is displayed in the Smithsonian's Institution National Museum of American History, Washington, D.C. I hope you enjoyed the story. For more information, go to astarspangled.story.com and you can download a ready-to-color flag as often as you'd like. Now let's have some fun. Coming up next, we came up with some different ways to create your own version of the U.S. flag. A fun food flag, an arts and crafts flag, and a draw your own flag. Okay, so let's get started. everyone. I hope you had fun. Well, if you're like me and like to color pictures more than you like to draw pictures, then you can download and print a ready-to-color flag at Star-Spangledbookcompany.com. Just log on to Star-Spangledbookcompany.com. In the top left-hand corner, you'll see a red box. It's a Schools and Teachers red box. Click on that box and it will take you to the Schools page. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the Schools page to the Classroom Resources section, and there will be a place there that you can download a ready-to-color flag. You can download as many as you'd like. Have fun. Hi, teachers and parents. We didn't forget about you. I hope you had fun too. The discount codes you see on the screen are current through October 4th. We have lots of great items. Our shirt designs change regularly, so remember to come back to see the new designs. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter so you'll be one of the first to know about our upcoming events. And one other thing. I mentioned at the beginning of this presentation that we had created shirts especially for the Orange County Book Festival. Unfortunately, our vendors and suppliers have been impacted by COVID-19, as have many other businesses, and we will not be able to offer the special design shirts for the Orange County Book Festival. But to make it up to you, if you send me an email at schools@starspangledbookcompany.com, that's schools@starspangledbookcompany.com, I will personally send you a very special discount code. They won't let me give out too many of these, so send me an email as quickly as you can. It's schools@starspangledbookcompany.com. Thanks for joining me today. Stay safe and well.